We honor Randy Johnson in our Open today, showing the 95 and 97 banners, as well as some classic video from his days, because in the last hour, he went into the Baseball Hall of Fame up in Cooperstown, New York. A great day for Randy Johnson and his family as we welcome you to Mariner Baseball, the Rubber Mats, in the finale of this series with the Toronto Blue Jays. Dave Sims and Mike Flowers with you this afternoon. Good to have you with us on this Sunday as Taijuan Walker takes on Mark Burley. Here's a look at the Blue Jays lineup, and it is a good one.
Former manager John Gibbons letting out a lot of speed, and Jose Reyes want to keep him off the bases. Donaldson and Batista tied for the American League lead with 66 RBIs apiece. Encarnacion, the DH and cleanup hitter. Former Mariner Justin Smoke, he is going to hit fifth. Then it's Martin, Carrera, Pilar, and Goins rounding out the nine for the Blue Jays. For Walker on the year, 7-7 record, ERA just over 5, 104 strikeouts and just 27 walks. Wants to stay away from the walks today. Opponent's hitting .265 against Taiwan. And a look at the defense for the Mariners, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Franklin Gutierrez getting the start in left. Jackson out in center. Nelson Cruz is your right fielder. Kyle Seager at third base. Miller and Taylor playing up the middle. Cano the DH today, so Taylor getting the start at second base. Trumbo is at first base, and Mike Zunino will do the catching.
Very nice touch by the Mariners, saluting Randy Johnson, Hall of Famer. Here's the first pitch of the ball game. Off high, ball one to Jose Reyes. Great moment for Randy Johnson, Craig Biggio, Pedro Martinez, and John Smoltz going into the Hall today. Here's the first strike. 65 degrees, cloudy skies here in Seattle. Popped up and playable. Miller makes the play. Disheartening loss yesterday, 8-6. Mariners had the lead. Cano, 3-run homer in the fourth, put them up 6-3. Bullpen couldn't hold on. Mariners trying to bounce back today. Here's Josh Donaldson. Donaldson, along with Bautista, lead the American League. 66 runs batted in. Josh, third in runs scored, second in total bases, having a sensational year.
For Taiwan, a good fastball. The average is 94 miles an hour. At times you'll see 96, 97. Also mix in a cutter and changeup, an occasional curveball. He might throw his curveball a little bit more today. All the right-handed hitters that the Blue Jays can run at you, especially the guys with power, Donaldson being one of them. Might see his curveball a little bit more.
Inside to Donaldson. And that is a combo. One of the better duos we have in the American League. Bautista's on deck. No doubt about that one. Got it on a 2-1 pitch. 24th home run for Donaldson, his 67th run batted in. And has been the case the last 2 days. Huge Toronto contingent in the building.
This is on a fastball, 95 miles an hour, middle in and elevated. That's an area you want to stay away from as you look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the swing of Donaldson.
There's another one, hit high, deep, left center field, going back on the track. Jackson to make the catch. Look at this landing spot. Absolutely no question mark about that one. The sound was resounding, let alone the distance.
It's what they do, and we know that, and that's the reason why it's going to be so important for Taiwan to stay away from the walks. He can afford to give up a couple of solo home runs. They need to play good defense behind him to stay away from the walks if he wants to stay in this ball game.
And it is imperative for Walker to get deep. The bullpen has been spent all week. Last 2 days against these guys, 4 games in Detroit. Coach and staff saying, hey, need 7. Perfect world, needs 7 from Taiwan today.
I'm sure that he's aware of that. That's why he wants to use his fastball a lot early. See if he can have a couple of efficient innings to start the ball game. We'll take a look out in the pen. Those guys are tired. They've had to work a lot.
Popped up out of play. Blue Jay fans turning up the volume. Taijuan had an unbelievable streak earlier from June 10 to July 1. 5 consecutive starts, 5 wins, a 1.67 ERA. 36 Ks, 2 walks. That's the form he wants to get back to. Encarnacion fouls one off, 1-2.
Manzanino making a trip out. Good fastball today for Taijuan. He's been 94, 95 so far. I think he wants to get him back down in the zone. The last couple of pitches have been elevated. Middle in.
Encarnacion, always a dangerous hitter against the Mariners. Backhanded by Miller. On throw over to Trumbo, and that'll do it. Donaldson with a home run. Early lightning here for the Jays. 1-0 Toronto. Mariners coming to bat. One of the quickest workers, one of the best fielding pitchers of his generation, Mark Buehrle on the mound against the Mariners today. His 8-5 career against Seattle. Let's take a look at the Mariner batting order.
For manager Lloyd McClendon, leading off it will be Austin Jackson. Then it is Kyle Seager. He's been a hot hitter for the Mariners. You can see since July 9th, 407 average with 5 doubles and 3 home runs. Hopefully that continues. You have Cruz, Cano, and Gutierrez in the middle of the lineup. Trumbo will bat 6. Taylor, Miller, and Zunino round out the 9 for the Mariners.
First pitch strike to Austin Jackson. This hit well. Left field. Carrying into the bullpen. There it is. Tie ball game. Austin Jackson with his 5th home run. His 22nd RBI. Just like that, the game is tied at 1-1. Nice answer by the Mariners. And Austin Jackson.
This is on an elevated fastball. See, right above the belt. Buehrle today will try to keep the ball at the knees or lower as you look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo in the swing of Austin Jackson, his 5th home run of the year. So a couple of elevated fastballs hit hard here at the start of the game.
13th home run given up by Mark Buehrle, 6th to a right-hander. Here's Kyle Seager. 5-game hitting streak working, 9 for his last 24. Well stroked right field, base hit.
Take another look at the swing by Austin Jackson, and that is a fastball, 83 miles an hour. Again, Buehrle's fastball on average is at 84. And Jackson gets a pitch up in the zone. That's a good idea for the Mariners this afternoon. Try to get something up in the zone. Put a good swing on it, and Jackson able to get the Mariners right back in the ball game with a solo home run, his 5th.
Seager's aboard, extending his hitting streak to 6 games. Brings up Nelson Cruz, trying to do likewise. 5-game hitting streak. Foul. Strike 1. Nelly 2 for 22 against Cruz in their previous encounters.
Or Burley again. Fastball at 84. He'll mix in his changeup. He'll throw it quite a bit, actually. About 25% of his pitches today will be his changeup. He also likes to throw a curveball and a cutter.
Cruz tied for 5th in the American League in batting average. Pops this one about Bautista in right center.
Now we'll take a look at the defense for the Blue Jays, brought to you by American Family Insurance. Carrera getting the start in left field. Pilar in center. Bautista, as you just saw, is out in right. Donaldson, the third baseman. Reyes and Goins playing up the middle. Justin Smoke is at first base. And the veteran Russell Martin will do the catching for the Blue Jays this afternoon.
What a terrific weekend. Folks that come to Seattle and take Go Field to watch baseball. Another big crowd. 45,027 in yesterday's game. Friday, 43,328. Here's Cano looking to extend his hitting streak to 7. 2, 3, and 4. Seager, Cruz, and Cano have really swung the bat well in recent days. Mariners 10 and 11 in July. Had a chance to win the 3rd consecutive game yesterday. Would have been the first 3-game winning streak since sweeping at Tampa Bay in late May.
And the veteran Cano stepping out on Burley a couple of times earlier. That's not a bad idea. Again, he wants to work fast.
Probably 3 career home runs. That was close. All right, he got him. Yeah, that was that close. All right. Smoke putting a tag in his former teammate. And Burley picks him off.
He's always had a really good move to first, and Kyle leaning just enough. And the quick tag by Smoke right before his hand gets in there. And you take a look at our Alaska Airlines Supermo and the sweep tag by Smoke.
Boy. In that department, Mike, it has not been good. Brad Miller got picked off 3rd in Friday's game with 2 outs. Now Cano's up there, nobody on. 1-1 game and an 0-1 count. Chad Fairchild, the home plate umpire. Sam Holbrook at first, Greg Gibson at second, and Jim Joyce at third.
And for Burley, the first 2 pitches to Cano. Perfect pitches on the corner at the knees.
Burley, 36 years old, out of St. Charles, Missouri, lives in Lamont, Illinois, part of the 05 Chicago White Sox World Champions. Outside, 3-1. I think that 2-2, beg your pardon, 2-2.
What Cano has done by the month in July, clearly his best month so far. Already 6 home runs in the month and 17 RBIs. It's interesting, Dave, you mentioned his 6-game hitting streak. Lloyd McClendon decided to put him in the cleanup spot, and as a cleanup hitter his past 6 games, 417, a double, a triple, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Really doing some damage.
Line drive, right field. Bautista right there. Tied ball game. Jackson on an 0-1 pitch. Even the score at 1-1 here at Safeco Field. baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. All right, the scene from the corner of Pike and Broadway yesterday. The Capitol Hill Block Party covering 6 city blocks with more than 100 artists performing on multiple stages. Music and Arts Festival concludes tonight. It's like a good time had by all. Crank it up. Justin Smoke, the ex-Mariner, leads off against Taijuan Walker. He's 0 for 3 against Taijuan. Not anymore. He's got a base hit.
Mariners had the shift on. Still able to hit that line drive past Taylor. Being aggressive again. You look at his first pitch fastball, able to stay on top of it and drive it through the shift.
Smoke started in Friday's game, went 0 for 4, was a defensive replacement yesterday. Here's Russell Martin. His 8th inning leadoff walk. With Fernando Rodney taking over yesterday. Fernando threw a first pitch strike, then walked him on the next 4 pitches. Then the next hitter, Ezekiel Carrera, 2-run homer. Tied the ball game up. And Jays went on to get 2 more in the 9th to win it. We're talking about the signature game that Taijuan had last year at Toronto. Allowed 1 run, 4 hits, 6 strikeouts, and an 8-inning complete game loss.
In that outing, he had a good fastball, but more importantly, he was able to locate it. Really good changeup, but he basically went right at the Blue Jays and pitched inside just like that. A lot of good fastballs on the inside corner. They're looking for the ball out over the plate.
Yeah, you want that. And those 5 games that he won consecutively this year to be the template for his work as we move forward. 1-1. Bounce foul. Congratulations to all the Hall of Famers. Let's see, the J.G. Spink Award to writer Tom Gage of the Detroit Free Press. He was cut by them earlier this year. And the Ford C. Frick Award winner was a great Dick Enberg, TV voice of the San Diego Padres. Also did a lot of time with the Angels with Dave Niehaus back in the 60s and 70s. And of course the players, Biggio, Pedro Martinez, John Smoltz, Randy Johnson. And as always, the introduction of the Hall of Famers still gives me chills.
It's great, isn't it? And take a look at Randy. But I agree with you, just to see them all sitting up there on the stage.
Down the line, that's a fair ball. Smoke to third, getting a stop sign. So a double for Martin. And the Jays in business here in the 2nd inning with a double and a single to start the inning.
It's like another fastball. It's probably just off the inside corner. He actually jams it, but because it's elevated, he's able to get it in the air and hit it down the line.
Well, Ezekiel Carrera, at least for yesterday, was in the same, for Mariner fans, like Bucky bleeping Dent. It was Ezekiel bleeping Carrera. A 2-run homer out of nowhere. 2nd home run of the year, just his 4th in his career. And it was against Fernando Rodney. That was a killer. And at the corners for the Mariners.
Middle of the infield playing about halfway. Smoke does not run well, so they don't have to come all the way in on the grass. By playing back just a few steps, give them a little more range on a ground ball.
1-1. Heck of a job by Carrera to hit that home run yesterday. He's a .248 hitter. 66 game for him.
And now they call for a balk.
Wow. Smoke will move up. He scores. 2nd to 3rd goes Martin. That is the 3rd balk by a pitcher for the Mariners this season. Up the middle. Can't get it. Base hit. Carrera. RBI. 3 consecutive hits. 20th RBI for Carrera. Take a look at the ball.
Right there. You could see him start, he stopped, and then he stepped off. Cannot do that. Ted Fairchild, home plate umpire, called it right away. You look at these Blue Jays, they don't just hit the ball out of the ballpark. They hit for a high average with runners in scoring position. Coming into the game today, hitting .291 with runners in scoring position, and already 1 for 1 in this one. You see that ground ball go back up the middle from Carrera.
Runners at the corners, nobody out. 3 consecutive hits to open up the 2nd inning. Kevin Pillar, the center fielder. Trumbo had to reach, get that throw. Ball 1. Bullpen stressed because yesterday Jay Happ only got an inning and 2/3, a hit, 3 runs, all earned, 4 walks, 2 of them walked in runs. Bullpen threw 131 pitches yesterday. Nuno, Wilhelmsen, Rodney, Smith, and Beimel threw 101 the game before. That was in the Mike Montgomery game.
Taijuan can help himself out with a double play ball right here.
Montgomery game was on Wednesday at 9 for Detroit win. A lot of guys not available today as you look at the scorecard. Here's a slow roller. Taylor. Oh, he boots it first and second. Nobody out. First 4 men have reached.
It's an E4, and one of the things we talked about, stay away from the walks and play clean defense. Base on ball and errors will certainly add to your pitch count.
Going back to that bullpen story, Smith, Wilhelmsen, Nuno, and Beimel. Try to stay away from them.
Well, if you think about it, those guys, they had to pitch a lot when we were in Detroit playing the Tigers, and offensively, you can see the Blue Jays, they're right there with the Tigers, so guys are spent at this point. Now Goins, one of the few in the Blue Jays lineup that has had some struggles this year. You can see just .226 average with a couple of home runs. By making that error, he has an opportunity to make a productive out with the bunt, fouling that first one off.
Balk in an error. 3 hits here in this inning. Nobody out, 2 on. Off the plate. Foul ball. How about Kansas City picking up Johnny Cueto? They lead Kansas City leads Houston 5-1 right now, bottom of the 8th. That is a terrific pickup by the Royals. Trade deadline coming up on the 31st. There's the 0-2. Stays alive. We'll see Minnesota next weekend. Yankees pounding them right now, 7-1. Top 8 in Minnesota. Congratulations to Cole Hamels. Not perfect, but a no-no yesterday. No-hitter. Phillies lead at the Cubs right now 9-2. Angels and Rangers 1-1 top 4 in Anaheim. 0-2 here to Goins. Is that a play?
You think the Blue Jays will try to improve, pick up the pitcher?
Got to get, you look at this inning, they got to get some pitching. And I saw talking to some people early today. The Mets, with their great pitching, they got to get a bat. And they're dead last in hitting, but their pitching is just sensational. Yankees right now top, not a very good American League East. 0-2, struck him out. First K for Taijuan. Mariners in Major League Baseball congratulate former Mariner pitcher Randy Johnson and all the 2015 Major League Baseball Hall of Fame inductees. Pacific Northwest is wishing the best for the big unit for today's memorable afternoon in Cooperstown. They had a great day weather-wise, good crowd, upwards of 50,000 up in a little borough there, Cooperstown. One out. Here's Reyes. Next year this time we'll be congratulating Ken Griffey Jr. That'll be a great day for Seattle next year at this time. Chad Fairchild to know it's down. Coming up, guys who are eligible, possibly seeing next year's class. Piazza, they need 75% to get in. Bagwell, Raines, Schilling, Lee Arthur Smith, and Edgar Martinez. Edgar Martinez, hopefully he gets a lot more love this year. I think Junior and Hoffman are pretty much gimmies.
I would agree.
And Piazza, boy, there's so much suspicion on him, but I think he's a Hall of Fame catcher. 3-1.
Last couple of fastballs from Taijuan, again elevated. Take a look at Donaldson. He homered in his first at bat.
Reyes, good hitter. 3-1 pitch. All 4 bases loaded for Donaldson. Oh boy. Last inning, 2-1 pitch. He didn't get cheated.
No, bell-tied fastball, middle end. And one of the things that we talked about with the Mariners that they really were not going to be able to do, and that is walk batters and commit errors. And they have an error and a walk now in this inning to load the bases up for Donaldson. Get into the trouble part of their lineup. Donaldson, Batista, and Encarnacion all due up.
Don't forget the balk, too. 7th man to the plate, Donaldson. Bautista on deck. Home run by Josh, his second off of Taijuan Walker, second hit. Taijuan needs a double play big time. 1-0. Now he's behind 2 balls, no strikes. Carrera's at third. Pilar at second, and Reyes at first. That's some speed out there. Jay's third in batting, first in runs scored, second in home runs. There's a strike.
Quick fastball, 96. You can see on the EQC tracer right on the outside corner.
.291 batting average. Runners in scoring position, best in the American League.
Hitting .358 with the bases loaded as a team.
That was a number. Remember, was it St. Louis we went to a couple of years ago and they had that runners in scoring position? They were like .330.
Yeah, as a team, it was out of control.
That was totally out of control. Man, oh man. And that was in September, as Curtis tells me. That's a good point. 3-1 pitch. High fly ball, right field for Cruz. Tagging at third, Carrera. And the throw will go to the cutoff man. Carrera scores. Pilar advances from second to third. Another run on the board for the Blue Jays. 4-1 Toronto. RBI for Donaldson is second today. League leading 68th. Two outs. One tough outfit. Swinging a bat.
It's especially true when you get runners at third and less than 2 outs, because a number of them, that's all they're doing is trying to hit the ball in the air. curveball from Taijuan. We might see a little more of that from him. Next pitch will be 30 in the inning for him.
0-1 to Bautista. Bouncing ball to Miller. It goes short way. That'll do it. Damage done. 3 runs, 3 hits, and error. A couple of men left and a balk. 4-1 Jays. Top tier performer Mark Buehrle since his debut in 2000. He has put up some big numbers in addition to being the quickest pitcher maybe in major league history. Look at that, first and starts, innings, home runs allowed. He's had a great run, and again he was 1-0 in the World Series in 05 when he was with the Chicago White Sox, and they won it all, beating Houston. Here's Goody, Franklin Gutierrez, Mark Trumbo, Chris Taylor. Goody has 8 for 22, couple of home runs against Buehrle.
It's amazing how durable Buehrle has been over his career. Put together 14 seasons of 200 innings or more.
He'll drive down right to the line, getting foul. That's dependable. You know you got him, boy. He's in that rotation. Write it in ink.
And he's still been able to get it done. When he first came up, his fastball was much better. He was 90, 91 miles an hour, and today his average fastball at 84, but still able to get people out. 11 wins on the season for him with a 3.23 ERA.
Donaldson throws out Goody. Don't forget he's got the perfect game against Tampa Bay July of 09 and in 07 a no-hitter against Texas. Enjoy affordable fun here at Safeco Field with BECU Family Nights, where each member of the family gets a select view seat for one low price. Next event's coming up tomorrow, 7:10 start time against the Diamondbacks. So pick up your tickets right now at Mariners.com/specials. Mark Trumbo, 6 hits against Buehrle, 3 for home runs. Coming into today's game, the Mariners starters had a .299 batting average against Buehrle with 9 homers collectively. 1-1. Buehrle keeps it simple, doesn't he? Put down a finger, I'm going to throw it. Bouncing ball to the shortstop, Reyes.
We were talking about the other day with him. I wonder if there's times when he goes out there where he doesn't even worry about getting a sign, just pitch. 84 mile an hour fastball. His cutter will be about 80, and he'll mix in a changeup.
Like I said, it keeps it simple, man.
Keeps it simple, and he tries to keep it on the ground. You'll see him pitching down in the zone a lot, especially with his off-speed pitches. He rarely makes mistakes with his off-speed pitches. Having an exceptional year this year, keeping the ball down.
And when you see a guy like this as a hitter, he's working fast, he's down the zone, and he's not overpowering. After you've seen a couple of guys who are flamethrowers, as a hitter, you got to be going, what the?
Well,
what's the adjustment?
Yeah, there is an adjustment. I think that you have to make yourself let the ball travel. That's the first and foremost, and not worry about him trying to get it on your hands, because at an 84-mile-an-hour fastball, what these guys are used to seeing, as you're saying, Dave, you should be able to give yourself enough time and then just stay in the middle of the field. There's a good cutter on the inside corner.
Here's Taylor, quick dismissal. 1-2-3, Burley breezes in the second. Gave up on him. T-Mobile game changer. Josh Donaldson, the guy we're talking about, Mike.
Long home run in his first at bat, hitting second in the lineup. He was tied for the league lead in RBIs, but now has 2 RBIs in the game already. Also has a sacrifice fly. 68 RBIs for Donaldson.
Here in game 100 for Toronto, game number 99 for the Mariners. It's Encarnacion. Thankfully, there's not a restaurant for him to aim at in center field as it is in Toronto when we're there, right? Every trip.
It seems that.
Remember the configuration of Rogers Center at a restaurant mid-deck straightaway center field. These boys can rake. Team batting average starting today, 362, third in the league.
And a look at the swing. This is on a changeup. I think they wanted to go to the outside corner. That ball ran back to the inside corner. Going to bring up Justin Smoak. Smoak with the base hit his first time up. The Mariners will put the shift on again. Kyle Seager, the third baseman, moves around to the right side of the infield.
Big Smokey attacked the first pitch. Get that base hit.
And trying to take advantage of the shift. Brad Miller, the shortstop, playing in his normal position. So no, there wasn't anybody on the left side except for the umpire. Jim Joyce, the umpire at third today.
Oh, 1 to Smoke. Breaking ball. Hit high and deep. Right center field. Jackson calls off Cruz just shy of the track. And there's 1 out. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. One away brings up Russell Martin. 1-2 pitch last time up, doubled down the left field line. Game started with Donaldson second man up. Upper deck home run. Off the facing of the upper deck, Austin Jackson answered in the bottom of the first. Then in the second, 3 runs on 3 hits, an error, a walk, and a balk for Toronto. One. Cloudy sky starting to brighten up a little bit. A lot of clouds we see north of here, but hopefully they'll stay mobile and keep us in good shape here. Get some sun on the scene here in Safeco Field. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Taijuan Walker coming off a no decision in his last outing at Detroit. Went 4 1/3. Left the game with the score tied at 5-5. Travis mentioned he won that game. 101st Encarnacion, 2-2. Chopper goes foul. Arizona Diamondbacks come in for 3. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday afternoon. Then the Mariners get on the road. That'll get us into the month of August. My goodness, this is the last Sunday in July. 4 games in Minnesota, 3 in Colorado, then back home for Texas and Baltimore, Texas through the middle of August. Say it every year at this time, Mike. The Hall of Famer Dave Niehaus always said, David, once you get past the All-Star break, everything speeds up, and he's not kidding.
No, it always does. Interesting looking at the Diamondbacks. They started to make a little run, but they've been struggling again lately.
Well, they had a stretch there. I think they were within 5 games, right?
They played well over the course of a couple of weeks, 2 or 3 weeks, and
9.5 back now.
3-7 in the last 10 games. Struggling again.
Three and 2. Zach Greinke. Scoreless inning streak ends at 45 2/3. Allowed a run to score in the 3rd. Mets take 2 out of 3 for the Dodgers. Mets win at 3-2-10. Runner goes, swung on a miss, throw by Zunino, got a chance, and he is meat. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. 4-1 Jays. Yesterday, Jay Happ and Jesus Sucre were having all kinds of communication problems. I was talking to Lloyd McClendon about this moment. He said that particular conversation was more about him hitting. And look what he does. First big league homer. What a moment. And they loved it. He's talking to Jesus today. Said, hey, my man, congratulations. You want to see a smile? Lit up the whole room. He said his phone blew up. Guys were calling from all over the country. Way to go, Poppy. You finally got one.
I'm not sure what the conversation was about, but I can guess it was, let's get aggressive on the fastball, because that pitch was right in the middle of the plate.
Yeah, it was. Brad Miller, Mike Zunino, Austin Jackson, 8-9-1 here in the third against Mark Buehrle. Like we said, don't blink. Buehrle's on the mound. Oh, boy, through the 5-hole. Base hit, Brad Miller. Really is a gold glove quality pitcher. He's got 4 of them, and he's ticked at himself. He didn't stop it, but this thing was really hit hard.
Oh, this is hit hard. No chance. Solid base hit for Brad Miller. And the other things that when you look at Buehrle today, we talked about him trying to keep the ball on the ground. He's had 15 double plays behind him this year. That's amongst the league leaders. So he's going to try to probably take a little bit more off and get the ball down on the ground like that. You see the curveball there. Just 72 miles an hour, but below the hitting zone.
Mike Zunino, the hitter. Michael's on a nice little run. 5-game hitting streak, 6 for his last 16. Off the fifth, strike 2. I mentioned before we went to break, Greinke's scoreless streak ends at 45 2/3. A lot of run in the third, so it's the 4th longest scoreless streak in expansion history, behind Mr. Hershiser at 59, Drysdale 58, Bob Gibson at 47. Solid line drive, base hit, center field. Mike Zunino, Mikey C with a 6-game hit streak. And that came with 2 strikes, shorten up the stroke. Last open up the ball game here, Mike, is Austin Jackson.
Yeah, tried to get a fastball in on his hands, ended up elevating it middle in. And for Austin Jackson, gets the Mariners right back at the time. That tied the ball game up for Austin, his 5th home run on the year.
Good for Mike Zunino, a 6-game hitting streak. Jackson tried to tie the ball game up with that swing. That home run, his 2nd leadoff homer this season, 12th of his career.
The thing with now a 6-game hitting streak, the thing that we've noticed, Dave, is Mike Zunino hitting the ball hard. Another line drive.
There we go. Miller to third. He's getting a wave on the throw from Carrera. Not in time. RBI single, Austin Jackson, a 4-2. Toronto lead now here in the third. With nobody out, runners at first and second for Ajax, his 22nd run batted in. Make that his 23rd batted in, 2nd today.
Well, you take a look at it, pitch down in the zone. Buehrle trying to get the double play ball, but Austin does not pull off of it at all. He drives it out the left field, and you can see Russell Martin, the veteran catcher, just standing there like there wasn't going to be a play, but Brad doing the right thing, sliding, and his hand right over the top of the plate.
Nice operation there. Nobody out. 3 consecutive base hits. Seager to look to do some damage here. That was the 5th hit by the Mariners, matching the Toronto total.
Kyle had a base hit his first time up. Line drive into right field. He continues his hot hitting against left-handed pitching. This lefties this year, Kyle, hitting .316 with 5 doubles and 6 home runs. And he had a pretty good pitch hit right there. 85 elevated out over the plate.
Rubber game of this series.
Well, this has been the situation the Mariners have struggled in.
Oh, yeah.
2-9 this year.
Oof. 0-2 pitch. 0-1. Good crowd on hand here. Very comfortable weather. Wind blowing according to the flag slightly left to right. This one's sliced foul. Ball and 2 strikes to Kyle Seager. Nelson Cruz on deck, followed by Cano. Smoke to Reyes. Burley covering. Throw off. Ooh, he kept his foot on. Man, oh man, I didn't think he was able to do it. A nice athletic play by Mark Burley.
That's a good play by Burley. Take a look at the throw by Reyes. He had to reach back a little bit, but you can see his foot still on the corner of the base.
Left foot.
There's a better look at it.
Oh, a little separation there.
I think he gets his heel back down before Kyle touches the base.
A heck of a play. 3-6-1 double play. Over to third goes Zunino. There's Cruz. Ball 1 to Nelson. Bounce foul. Cruz tying run at the plate here. 2 outs and a 1-1 count. See if he makes an 84-mile-an-hour mistake over the plate to this guy.
He's trying to throw the cutter in on his hands. It's going away this time. That was a changeup. Take a look at Burley again, averaging around 84 miles an hour, the slowest fastball in the American League. His teammate R.A. Dickey does not make the list because he's a knuckleballer and doesn't throw enough fastball to qualify. You can see the average for Major League Baseball is 92, so he's well below that.
2-2 to Cruz.
Looks to me with Nelson Cruz right now, Dave, just what we were talking about last inning. He's just trying to let the ball travel right now, especially with 2 strikes. Wants to pick up that runner. And the ball get deep in the zone.
2-2 pitch. Broken bat. Is it enough? It is! Base hit, RBI for Nelson Cruz. 4-3 ball game. Ellie with his 58th run batted in. Extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Letting the ball travel is such a big key, and I think this last pitch is the changeup again. We'll take a look at it. It's down out of the strike zone, but because his thought process is to let the ball travel, he's able to hit it, stays with it. Look at his head. His head goes right to the baseball, doesn't pull off of it at all. That's the reason why he was able to hit it in the air and get just enough of it out of the reach of Reyes, the shortstop.
Just can't say enough about how impressed I am with his 2-strike hitting for a slugger. Oh, nice catch by a fan. Reached up with a bare hand, left hand, made the catch. But Cruz has been just sensational with that.
Well, and the thing that you have to appreciate is the way he goes about it, especially with runners in scoring position. He's willing with 2 strikes to cut his swing down, and you can see 6-game hitting streak. He has really been hot.
Oh, it comes back fair. Donaldson to throw. Safe.
That'll be an infield hit.
He'll take it. His hitting streak, Robinson Cano, goes to 7 games.
Sorry, Dave. Typically, the ball, you can see it spinning, and that would take it foul, but it stays fair and hits the edge of the base. I think if Donaldson doesn't bobble it, he still has a chance to get Cano. Great look at our Alaska Airlines Super moment. It hits right on the edge of the base.
That's crazy.
Really jammed him right there. He wasn't sure. He thought it was going to go foul. And then Donaldson bobbled it. And that was the difference. Base hits, base hits, base hit. So we have a broken bat from Cruz and a jam off the base right there for Cano.
Covering, well, I don't know, let's see, about 100 feet.
Good call.
Adds up, my man. It adds up.
I'm not sure you would need a glove to catch either one of them, but they're base hits.
I'm with you. 1-0 to Goody. Grounded out to Donaldson first time. 4-3 ball game. Tying run at second. Cruz. Go ahead run at first. Cano.
And you can see Burley. He wanted that last pitch. He thought it was on the outside corner. Chad Fairchild, the home plate umpire, telling me it was off the plate.
Goody's got 8 hits against Burley, 2 for home runs. Up high for ball 3. Mark Trumbo's on deck. Goody's the 7th man to the plate here in the 3rd inning. 3-0 pitch. Takes a strike. Burley's ERA his last 9 starts have been 1.52, and already he's allowed 3 earned runs. Good pitch here. Bases are loaded. Ball 4. Well, yesterday, it was the day before when Dave Valley said, we need a little Trumbo Jumbo, and he hit a home run the next pitch.
There you
well,
go.
We got the bases loaded here. How about part 2?
And you said it. For Trumbo, 6 hits, 3 of them home runs off of Burley in his career.
4-3 Jays lead. 8th man to the plate. Cruz is at 3rd. Cano's at 2nd. Goody's at 1st. And Tepera, Ryan Tepera getting ready quickly. Pitch to Trumbo. Oh man, he was in launch mode.
Yeah, he had a good pitch to hit to a fastball middle in, just above the knees. Take a look at it. 85 miles an hour. A little bit late.
Two. Trumbo trying to give the Mariners the lead here, bottom of the 3rd.
Well, the Mariners are 2 for 3 with runners in scoring position.
Timing's off just a hair, you can see it.
I think it goes back to the approach, Dave. I think looking at the way the guys are going about it, especially with 2 strikes, they're really trying to let the ball travel. The last swing by Trumbo, no stride or anything.
1-2.
And
2
again,
balls, 2 strikes.
you can see him. He's just lifting his heel off the ground on his left foot. So he's taking his stride out of the equation.
2-2 pitch with the bases loaded. Some good passes at it. 2-2.
And they're getting his pitch count up now. 56 pitches as he works here in the 3rd, and you can see Edgar nodding his head. So far, he likes the approach.
Four salamis this year for the Mariners. 2 for Seager, 1 for Goody, and 1 for Jackson. 2-2. He's got to throw him a strike now. And the crowd in big anticipation here. Chris Taylor on deck. John Gibbons, skipper for the Jays, intently watching. 3-2 to Trumbo. Struck him out at 82 miles an hour. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors, 3 left. 4-3 Jays. like what's next. And we get visitors from the National League West, the Arizona Diamondbacks. Robbie Ray against Mike Montgomery, Zach Godley against Hisashi Iwakuma, Patrick Corbin against Felix on Wednesday afternoon. Matinee baseball getaway day game for the Mariners. And after that Wednesday tilt, we'll be heading to Minnesota where the Twins, the second place team in the Central Division, behind Kansas City. Just joining us, Johnny Cueto, obtained by Kansas City from Cincinnati.
And right now, Lloyd McClendon, he would like to see Taijuan Walker have a couple of quick innings. 58 pitches through the first 3 innings. And again, the Mariners bullpen not in the best shape right now. Good to see the Mariners make Burley work. 35 pitches in the third.
2-0 to Carrera. Carrera, Pilar, and Goins. 7, 8, 9. Taijuan behind 3-0. He's walked. They get struck out 2 and walked 1. There's a strike. Minnesota Ball Club, bottom 9, trailing at home 7-2 to the Yankees. 3-1 pitch. Leadoff walk, not what you had in your plans. Second walk issued by Taijuan Walker. Come see King Felix take on the D-backs under the summer sun. Takes them out special Mariners matinee on Wednesday, 12:40 first pitch, $30. Here's what it's going to get you. Get you in a King's Court, plus you'll receive a King's Court t-shirt and a K card. So get your tickets at mariners.com/Felix. Pilar reached on an error by second baseman Chris Taylor. Cano's DHing today. All 1. Talking about the bullpen. Carson Smith, Wilhelmsen, Nuno, and Baimo. Try to stay away from them today. Lloyd
McClendon on his way out of the dugout. Taijuan right now, he's faced 17 batters, just 7 first pitch strikes. And when you're facing a lineup like this, you have to be able to work ahead. And Taijuan has really struggled with his fastball control. He's trying to mix in his breaking ball. And I think it would be a more effective pitch if he could get ahead, make them want to swing at it a little more, chase it out of the zone.
It's an excellent communicator, that's for sure. Gets that message in. Talking to him about the bullpen. Taijuan knows the deal.
He does, and it's a difficult situation because you're still trying to manage his pitches and his innings on the year. He's a young guy. He's 22 years old. And although you would like to see that, and you mentioned 7, if it was a more veteran guy, Lloyd would probably push him even further. But with Taijuan, that makes it difficult.
That got leaned on there. Buda gets it back in. Throw to third. Late. But Pilar with the double sends Carrera to third.
And that's when you get into trouble. Again, behind in the count, 2-0. Elevates a fastball out over the plate. As a hitter, you're going to be much more aggressive on the fastball, as Pilar is, and lines it in the left center.
You're on the bench. You see a guy struggling like this. Everybody you can feel that energy go through the whole dugout.
On the opposing side,
if you're
Toronto watching Taijuan right now, yes, they're going to be very aggressive on his fastball.
Going struck out first time. But I mean, you've been in that situation where you've got a guy in the ropes.
Well, that's the way the Blue Jays are in general. And you're averaging over 5 runs a game. They're not up there.
5.28 coming into today's game. They already have 4 and threatening for more here. 5.28, number 1 in baseball. And they've been pretty much number 1 in scoring per game, runs per game out of the gate.
Well, and the other, and you look at the veterans they have, especially the first part of their line, first 2/3 of their lineup. If they see that you're falling behind, you're not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, they're going to take some pitches early, get in the hitter's count, and try to get after the fastball.
0-2.
Next pitch will be 70 for Taijuan.
No action in the pen. Here in the fourth. Nobody out, 2 on. Pitch. Fair ball. Takes Trumbo. And now getting caught in a rundown. That's a smart play on his part. Pilar. Now they get the runner hung up between third and home.
Well, they'll just run him all the way back.
Pilar can't come in the third. Both of them around. Oh, baby! We'll take it. Absolutely take it. And get off the field ASAP. John Gibbons.
Yeah, he's coming out. And there's a lot of things, obviously, that went on in this play. And Gibbons wants to know why there wasn't interference. But the base runner that was at third, Carrera, actually reached out and grabbed Brad, which you cannot do. And I think that's where the argument is right now.
Talking with crew chief Jim Joyce. Take a look.
You'll see Brad come across, and Carrera will reach out and grab him. There it is. He reaches out and grabs him. You can see immediately saying, no, that's not going to work. Then Zunino tags them both. Pilar is called out, and then Carrera comes off the base, and Mike tags him out. So here you go. Here's another look at it. You're going to see Carrera. If Brad had been in the baseline, he runs into him, then you got an issue, but that wasn't the case. There you go.
Oh, man. Jim Joyce, the sheriff on the scene. Mariners will take it and get ready to swing the bat, get back, try to get the lead when we return. Chris Taylor swing and a miss on the first pitch. The home fourth. Taylor, Miller, and Zunino. How about that triple play, Mike? I've never seen one like that before. I've not seen that before.
It was actually a lot of fun to watch. Not sure what Carrera was doing. He certainly helped the Mariners out there. Yeah.
That's a case. You just stand there and let the umpire make a call. You get both guys there. One of them's going to be out, right?
I'm wondering, and this is what you're taught to do, is if you go back and you look at the replay of it, Dave, Mike Zunino tags Carrera out first, and then he tags Pilar. But Carrera, as you said, he's the one that has the base. That's his base. He doesn't have to come on. But I think when Mike tags him, what you're taught to do is to look at the runner and say, you're out, and tags him. And then he comes off the base, even though you can clearly see the third base umpire make his call, Jim Joyce, pointing at Pilar, saying he's the one that is out. And they both had their back turned to the umpire.
Taylor's gone. Take another look at it. One away here in the fourth.
So you can see Mike, he tags Carrera first, and he says you're out, and then he just keeps his glove there, and you can see the third base coach Rivera trying to keep him on the base, and he ends up wandering off, and now he's going to be tagged out. But because he was at the base first, because he was the one to touch third base first,
right,
that's his base.
Sure.
You can see Rivera, the third base coach, trying to keep him on the base. He knows immediately once he comes off what has happened. So break for the Mariners.
11th triple play team history. Last time August 9, 2010 in Oakland. Off the fish. Pitched by Burley to Brad Miller, 0-2. Other than that, how's your Sunday going?
I thought it was kind of fun. I haven't seen that in a long time.
That was totally whacked. One out. Nobody on in the fourth. Through the whole base hit. Nice job by Brad Miller. 2 for 2 day. Good 2-strike hitting.
Having a real good day. You take a look. Carrera gets back on the base. There he is there. Pilar walking up. He's just assuming that they're going to stand there, and one of them is going to be called out. Rivera, you can see him immediately tell him to stay on the base. And neither one of the base runners were turned around looking at the umpire. And I think Mike Zunino, when he tagged Carrera to start with, even though that was his base, I think that he told him you're out.
Zunino, ground ball to Reyes. A little high. Everybody's safe. One out, 2 on here for the Mariners.
We'll take a look at it. Another mistake.
Base hit for Zunino, his second today. Austin Jackson having a great day. Homer and RBI single. Looks at strike one. Here we are in the fourth inning, and it's the third at bat for Austin Jackson.
Mariners 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position here early in the ball game.
They have 9 hits. Really weird to look at that last inning, the third. They sent 8 men to the plate, get 2 runs on 5 hits and left the bases loaded. See if they can make up for it here. Fouled off the other way.
We talked about it with Burley. Really does a good job of trying to get the double play ball, and he was able to get a double play, his 16th.
2 for 2 day for Austin Jackson with 2 runs batted in. 1-2 pitch. Off the fist again. Two hits today. Austin's now 11 for 26 against Burley. Ground ball to Reyes. Goes the Goins for 1. Smoke for the double play. Inning over. 5th inning when we come back 4-3 Jays. One of the classic summertime events in Seattle, the Capitol Hill Block Party. Many fans took in yesterday's matinee game and then strolled up Pike Street for the 18th edition of this Seattle institution. A lot of Blue Jay fans up there in the celebration that carried into the night. Strike one to Jose Reyes leading off the fifth. Mike, walk us through something that Sammy Palazzo told.
Yeah, Sammy Palazzo, and a lot of Mariner fans probably remember Sammy. He was the third base coach during the 90s. As Reyes turns on that pitch, it'll go foul. But that's one of the things, because at third base you get two runners at the bag quite a bit. There's always some sort of rundown at home, and the guys will come back and gather, and we already explained how that works. But Sammy was the one that told me. Good pitch right there. Good breaking ball from Walker. But Sammy was the one that told me to go and make sure you tag the lead runner first, and when you're tagging him, yell at him and say you're out, and then quickly tag the other guy. And he said more times than not that lead runner will step off the base, even if it's for an instant. And you can see the third base coach Rivera that was there trying to help him stay, but all it takes is that split second. And the reason why I say I think Mike said that to him is because you can see him stay with the glove on him the whole time. But it's one of those things that sometimes you have to learn it the hard way, and Carrera just did.
That's some good inside baseball there. Good job.
Good play by Mike.
Yes, it was. 2 RBI day for Donaldson. Josh didn't like that Chad Fairchild call. 0-2. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks for Taijuan Walker. There's the 0-2.
Pretty good pitch. You can see on the EQC tracer right on the inside corner and down, and that's where Taijuan wants to pitch. It's a good pitch that he didn't get credit for.
1-2. 2-2. Bautista on deck for the Jays. Donaldson a homer in the first. 1-0 Jays. Austin Jackson answered with a home run. Jays then put 3 on the board in the second. Mariners in the third put up 2. Way out in front.
Wasn't able to hang on to it.
What a pitch. Mike in a mask. Two pitch.
We're definitely seeing Taijuan throw his curveball quite a bit more this afternoon.
And 2 to the American League RBI leader. There you go. And he did to Sam Holbrook. Donaldson thought he had a free pass. He's gone. Back-to-back Ks for Taijuan. His 4th in the ballgame.
Good fastball, 95 miles an hour, trying to check his swing, and he went too far. I think that is a good call by Sam Holbrook, the first base umpire.
It's Bautista. Took Jackson to the track in left center field and reached on a fielder's choice. That's a back wrencher right there. Bautista, who came up with the Pirates. Lloyd McClendon was the skipper of that ball club. Bautista had been a third baseman. He's worked himself into one of the better outfielders in the league, and one of the dominant power hitters of his generation. 2-1.
Curveball, and his curveball that he's throwing today, a number of them, the one he threw to Reyes was a good pitch. It was down, but a number are up, but because they're 74, 73, 75 miles an hour, you can see how far in front they are of the curveball, even though he's leaving them up.
High heat, couldn't catch up to it. Strikes out the side. Great 5th inning for Taijuan Walker. 4-3 Blue Jays. Afternoon, Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, 4-3 lead for the Jays. Not going to cover off the ball. This guy's got some of the best bat speed in the game. Jose Bautista, look at that. Off the end of the bat and ripped it. A lot of RPMs, huh? Great shot, boys. Seager pops it up, playable. Donaldson had it, lost it, tried to regain and couldn't do it. Might have run into Jim Joyce, too.
Well, I don't think it was the sun. There's enough clouds, and he's not wearing his sunglasses. And we'll take a look at it. No, he didn't run into Jim Joyce.
No, he didn't. I saw Jimmy walk away limping. I thought maybe they bumped into each other. Seager in the first inning extended his hitting streak to 6 games with a base hit to right. Bounced into a double play in the third. Seager, Cruz, and Cano. Those three and Zunino, the hottest hitters the Mariners have right now. You heard right. Mike Zunino's got 2 hits today. Has extended his hitting streak to 6 ball games. That's a base hit for Kyle Seager. Another base hit with 2 strikes for the Mariners. Let's check out our Geico This Date in MLB history. Take you back to the year 2000, which seems like yesterday, but it's not. Kurt Schilling traded from the Phillies to Arizona for first baseman outfielder Travis Lee and Omar Dal Vicente Padilla, which created the Padilla Flotilla in Upper Deck at Penn Stadium, and Nelson Figueroa. Next season, Schilling and Randy Johnson helped lead the Diamondbacks to a World Championship over the Yankees on the Luis Gonzalez bleeder over a drawn-in infield. Popped it up. Cohen's got it. Cruz is retired. Nelly with a base hit and an RBI back in the third, extended his streak to 6. And Cano got a squibber down the left field line, down the third base line, I should say. Extended his hitting streak to 7 games after he lined out hard to right in the first inning.
Well, you can see the next pitch will be 80 for Burley, working here in the 5th inning. The Mariners doing a really good job on his pitch count. Dave, as you mentioned, 10 hits. I think overall their approach has been really good today. I like the way that they've gone about their business against Burley. Let's not forget Burley's been a hot pitcher in his last 9 outings, giving up just 2 earned runs or less. He has been able to get a couple of double play balls to help himself out. The Mariners putting a lot of pressure on him today.
Burley 8-5, a 3.57 career mark against the Mariners, entering today 1-3 in this ballpark with a 4.03. He's got Cano 0-2. Mariners been swinging the bat well here in the month of July. 263, 4th best in the league. The crime is that their record's only 10-11. That's playable. Donaldson yields to Reyes.
It's funny how it works year to year sometimes, Dave. And early on, obviously, we talked about it. There was the starters that had struggled coming out of the gate. The month of April was tough. The bullpen had struggled. Then they start to get that squared away, and the offense goes away. And now you have a number of guys that are on these hitting streaks that you're mentioning: Zunino, Cano, Seager, Gutierrez has swung the bat well, Trumbo getting in their hits. And now they're having a tough time hanging on to leads.
Tough. Hence the 10-11 record. As you figure 4th in the league, you know, you'd be 5-6 games over 500 easy.
You would think so. But again, it's difficult. And then if you look at the previous series against the Tigers and now this series against the Blue Jays, 2 of the best offensive teams in the American League, and the amount of work the bullpen has had to do, that makes it difficult. But they haven't been able to get everything clicking at the same time this year.
He fouls one off the other way, 1-2, 2 outs.
Again, you can see the location of that last pitch. That was his fastball at 84 miles an hour at the knees and away from him. There's another look at where that pitch was, and you can see Franklin trying to hit the ball the other way, a little bit late on it. And I think against a pitcher like Burley, you'd rather see him a little bit late than out in front of everything, because that's when he's really going to go to work on you with his changeup.
0-2 strikes. Millar coming in. Closes the gap nicely. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. 5 complete, a 4-3 Jay lead. We check out the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Short homestand. Diamondbacks come in for 3, and then a short road trip, Minnesota, and then go to Denver to see the Rockies, and then right back home. There's a day off at home. Michael, a day off at home. Oh, baby.
We'll have some good weather. You can get out and play some golf, Dave.
Roger that. Mr. Encarnacion leads off. Taijuan Walker last inning struck out the side. Reyes, Donaldson, and Bautista.
And we've seen him make some adjustments. I think it was after the second inning. Ended up giving up 3 runs in the second. He's thrown his curveball a lot more than we're used to seeing, and I think that's helped out his fastball.
2-0. Look out.
And you can see right there, when Taijuan's been behind, they're very aggressive in hitters counts. 2-0, 3-1, 3-2. Another curveball that ended up getting away from him. And another hitter's count. Justin Smoke waiting on deck.
Ball 4 to Encarnacion.
Pretty good pitch again. Right at the knees. Ended up getting a piece of the outside corner and did not get the call.
One hop your way home. Take Link Light Rail to the airport for just $3. Schedule available at soundtransit.org.
Third walk of the game for Taijuan Walker.
Former Mariner Justin Smoke got after the first pitch in the second inning, leading off, singled to right field, scored on a balk, and flied out to center.
Mariners have the shift on again with Smoke hitting. It's Kyle Seager over on the right side of the infield. Brad Miller staying in a shortstop position.
Blue Jays ball club 28-19 at home, but they're 8 games under on the road at 22-30. Bouncing from Bo. I was laughing because I could hear Smoke saying things to himself as he swung the bat. That's why I was laughing. bounced into a double play. We've all been there.
Just a one-hopper right to Trumbo. Easy play for him. And a big double play for Taijuan Walker.
Second one today. There was a strike him out, throw him out double play that ended the third inning. Is that a play? I gotta believe during your time as a player, there were some guys, if they did something like that, you'd hear them in frustration shout. You could hear it all over the yard. You didn't need a microphone, right?
Oh, yes.
It's a long list. Just give me a couple of names.
A lot of guys.
I was going to say, the list is long. Just give me a couple of names. Kevin Miller, Dave, I'm going to do it again, too.
That's right. I forgot about Kevin.
1-1.
Good curveball. Right on the outside corner. Back-to-back curveballs from Taijuan.
I told Greg Maddux, was one of those guys, if he missed the pitch, you could hear him barking at himself or at the umpire. Didn't need the audio effects.
Taijuan probably feels that way right now. He made some good pitches and has not been able to get the call from Chad Fairchild, the home plate umpire. There you go.
He threw that one in anger. You could see.
97.
Yes, sir. 6 strikeouts for Taijuan. He's down 4-3.
For hashtag where I root. Who's rooting on the Mariners today? Well, one of the fans, baby Ava, at her first Mariners game. You got to love the protective ear protection. Nicely done, baby Ava. And we also have some other newbies, although these guys a bit older than Ava. They're at their first Mariners game. What took you so long? And finally, there's It Fits Like a Glove, and then there's It Fits in a Glove. She fits in a glove. She's had her first ball game here at Safeco Field as we send it upstairs to Dave and Mike.
All right, Tom, thank you very much. Good family day here at the ballpark. We just had a slight delay because Rich Donnelly, the third base coach, came out with his cap on and not his protective batting helmet, and Jim Joyce. Yo, Rich, you gotta put the helmet on, pal.
Just trying to help him out.
Rich, one of the great baseball guys we've ever met. Ground ball off the bat of Trumbo. Reyes throws him out. Reyes still, boy, he's a good player. All the way. Stick around after the game for Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Brand Phil will have that for you. and Jen Mueller and Tom Glasgow. And today's Hall of Fame day in Major League Baseball. Cooperstown will show you parts of Randy Johnson's speech. David Rollins starting to heat up.
Yeah. Taijuan Walker now at 101 pitches. Maybe they would try to sneak another inning out of him, but it looks like they might go bring Rollins in the game. Taijuan 101. His season high is 108.
Taylor struck out looking and swinging today. On 1-2.
And you see Burley now at 92, 65 strikes.
Bo Schultz, right-hander warming up for Toronto.
Burley season high as far as his pitch count, 111. He's hit that number a couple of times.
As per usual, Burley working quickly. 2-2 pitch. Who's the fastest worker when you play?
This worker. Well, there's a lot of them that used to work fast.
Donaldson. That's a rare boot there by Donaldson. Man aboard for the Mariners.
Like to take advantage of that. I can tell you, Jamie Moyer used to work pretty quick too, especially when he had it going. Right off the side of his glove, had it for a second. There's a good look in our Alaska Airlines Super Mo.
Kansas City defeated Houston 5-1. Donald Ventura back after Jason Vargas shut down for the season with an injury a few days ago. Sorry to see that for the JV. Swing and a miss by Brad Miller's having a good day, 2 for 2. (5-1) Kansas City over Houston. He's already picked off Seager. Burley with a great move a la Andy Pettit and Joe Beimel. 101 pickoffs for Mark Burley. Pettit had 103. Come on, first base. He's going to be Smokey to the bag easy. And Smokey would get. Oh man, what a play! I didn't think he'd get that one. 3-6 fielder's choice.
Well, you're right. He definitely was going to beat it out, but a smart play by Justin Smoke to go to second, and you can see he's clearly out. Reyes almost dropped the ball. John Gibbons, the manager for the Blue Jays, going to make a pitching change.
Burley is done for 3. Toronto. Jays, second place team in the American League East with a 1-run lead. Big Fish Casino, big catch. And we take a look at this defensive play. This was the triple play that the Mariners pulled off in the 4th inning. Carrera caught between home and third. Zunino walks him back, tags them both. He and Pilar. Bang, bang, both of them out. Triple play. After Trumbo started it, tagging the bag on the ground ball by Goins.
It's a good play by Trumbo, too. I noticed it right there. He was able to touch first base to get the first out. But before he decided to just throw it to second, he ended up looking up and freezing the runner. Bo Schultz going to take over for the Jays. It's just his 18th appearance on the year, but he's pitched well at 1.75 ERA.
Zunino 2 for 2. Drive deep to left. Carrying, and it is caught. What a catch by Carrera. He murdered the Mariners yesterday with a 2-run homer. Takes away extra base hits from Zunino here today. That could have put the Mariners at worst tied. I would have given them the lead had it left the yard, but a play by Carrera. 4-3 Jays. For his 10th home run of the season, it would have put the Mariners in front, but Ezekiel Carrera for the second day hurts the Mariners. David Rollins takes over for Taijuan Walker.
Only his 7th appearance on the year. He has 7 innings, 7 strikeouts, a couple of walks. High batting average against .424. Good fastball from David. He'll be 93, 94 miles an hour. Mix in a slider, occasional changeup. I thought it was a really good outing for Taijuan Walker after he struggled through the second inning. The adjustment he made to go to his curveball and be committed to throw it really did a good job. In fact, the last 2 innings he ended up with 4 more strikeouts. So I know they wanted to get 7 innings out of him, but the way it was going early, Dave, I thought he did a pretty good job of getting a little bit deeper in the game than what it looked like he was going to be able to.
4 runs on 4 hits with 2 left in the first 2 innings. At the combined output of Toronto. And there's a look at Taijuan's situation.
6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. Only 3 of them were earned. 3 walks. Walks a little bit high. Wanted to stay away from those. 6 strikeouts, 98 pitches.
As it so often happens, Carrera makes a great play and then launches one the other way. Are you kidding me? He had just completed robbing Zunino of a home run. Now he goes yard, and it's 5-3 Toronto. Ezekiel Carrera have a weekend. First pitch from Rollins.
David Rollins just trying to settle in, get ahead with a first pitch fastball at 92. And Carrera able to get the barrel to it.
Yesterday, hit one into the right field seats. This time he goes oppo.
second home run for the Blue Jays.
Wow.
Donaldson started the game, and number 2 hitter in the lineup. He hit a home run.
Carrera's 3rd home run of the season, 2nd in as many days, 5 for his career. Pilar, tough play, flip, and they got him. One out, a run in. Joining us Saturday, August 8th. We're going to induct the winningest pitcher in Mariners history, Jamie Moyer, into the Mariners Hall of Fame during a special pregame ceremony. To commemorate the afternoon, the first 20,000 fans get a Jamie Moyer bobblehead courtesy of Root Sports. Tickets, go get them, Mariners.com. That kid's having a weekend. I mean, nobody's really heard that much about Ezequiel Carrera, and he has really played well.
That's so true what you were saying, too. How many times have you seen it where a guy makes a great play to end an inning, and then he ends up hitting in that following inning and does something, hits a double or hits it out of the ballpark. I mean, for Carrera, just his 3rd home run of the year.
Two and one to go in. She struck out, grounded out the first. Strike 2, 2-2. 5-3 lead for the Jays. 5 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. They've left 2. 3 runs, 10 hits for the Mariners, an error. And they've left 6 up high. Full count. Comebacker. Broken back. Bouncer. And there's 2 away. Big weekend here with the Blue Jays coming to town. Their only visit. A lot of our Canadian friends have come down to take in this beautiful ballpark. Another big crowd here today. Here's Reyes. We didn't see Reyes when we were in Toronto back, was that I think in May. He was injured. What a good player he is. 282 hitter, 4 homers. He's got 16 stolen bases, got 17 doubles. His big thing over the course of his career, staying healthy. Two outs. 2-0 count, and Donaldson's on deck. Three and 0. There's Josh. A couple of runs batted in. American League RBI leader with 68. And 1 Reyes has played for the Mets and the Marlins. 3-1. Marlins on relief for Taijuan Walker. 3-2 pitch. Not close. Let's take a look at our Delta Airlines keep climbing standings in the American League East. The Yankees won at Minnesota, taking 2 out of 3. Alex Rodriguez, 3 home runs last night. Jays lose a half game to this point. Orioles were really hot there for a while, and they got swept last weekend in New York. They got swept 2 weeks ago because we were in New York last week. 0-1 to Donaldson. Home run, sac fly, and a strikeout today.
And this is not a matchup that Lloyd wants. Talked about the bullpen. A lot of guys not available, or he wants to stay away from them, and he brings Rollins in. Had a couple of lefties and a switch hitter to deal with before he ended up having to get to Donaldson, ended up walking Reyes.
Yeah, leadoff home run didn't help. A couple of comebackers and a walk, and now 1-1 to Donaldson. Good dig by Mike. Donaldson, a .342 hitter against left-hand pitch. Blue Jays fans turning up the volume again. 2-2 to Donaldson. Reyes at first. He gets back. Donaldson a home run today. Carrera a home run for the Mariners. Austin Jackson with a home run, and Zunino robbed. Two-run shot by Carrera. 2-2. Well, deep right center field, giving chase. Cruz, big man makes the catch. Nicely done. Hit it towards a 380 mark, and Nelly ran it down. That'll end the inning. Jays get a homer from Carrera, extend the lead to 5-3. Stand by for God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to please join us in honoring our great country with the singing of God Bless America. Please welcome back James Geiger.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Your body, how about stretching your mind as you consider how a Washington's lottery win would change your bucket list? Play today. How about this, everybody? More scenes from Saturday in Seattle. While thousands gathered downtown along 4th Avenue for the Torchlight Parade, the younger generation headed east for the 18th annual Capitol Hill Block Party. Boy, a lot of good doings yesterday afternoon. Mike, they look forward to your appearance later on today. How about the stretch that
Looks pretty busy.
Yeah, really. They're closing a roof here at Safeco Field. How about the stretch the Mariners have been in? This is the 7th game against two of the best banging ball clubs in baseball. Detroit, Toronto, and Mariners are 3-3.
Well, and that's the reason why their bullpen is having, the Mariners bullpen is having a tough time right now.
Fly ball right field for Bautista on a 1-0 pitch to Jackson. And what a stretch.
Well, the two veteran clubs, two difficult lineups. We mentioned both of them. Two of the better offenses you're going to see in baseball. And typically what that means as a pitcher, you have to be on top of your game. If you have one or two starters that don't get deep into the game, that's going to cost your bullpen, and that's pretty much where the Mariners are at right now.
Detroit #1 in batting average. Toronto #3. Schultz continues on.
Tigers 3rd in runs scored. Blue Jays 1st in runs scored, so they'll put a lot of pressure on them.
Well, here's good news, Mike. Detroit and Toronto are not in the same division. Imagine how torturous that would be. If you're in the same division with them, you got to play those jokers 38 times.
And the Mariners will be done with it after today.
After today, thank you. Hey, good to see you, Gibby. See you next year, pal.
Yeah, exactly. Kyle Seager having a good night, 2 for 3. Batting average continues to climb. 277 now.
Kyle extended his hitting streak to 6 games. Cruz has extended his to 6, and Cano his to 7. Mariners right now on the short end. They've out-hit Toronto 10-7. 3-0. There's a strike. We're hoping that the main thunderstorm is going to pass just to the south of us here in Seattle. That is the hope. 3-2. Another good crowd, 35,000, 159er. At Safeco Field. Roof in the process of closing. Seventh inning, 1 out, nobody on. Kyle Seager, 3-2 count. Zabori to bring the tying run to the plate. First walk issued by Schultz. Hey kids, the next time you're at Safeco Field, take a trip to the Seattle Children's Playfield. In addition to a play area, you're going to find the kids clubhouse with Mariners apparel and gifts tailored to youngsters, as well as Moose Munchies, serving special kid-friendly menu items. So plenty of really good stuff for the ride home. See if Cruz can get into one. He's flied to right, singled on a 2-2 pitch to left. A broken bat base hit, popped out to second.
Schultz is throwing hard. He's just having a tough time with the strike zone. 10 pitches, just 4 strikes so far.
Ryan Tepera getting ready. On a pitch here to Nelly.
Tepera was up earlier in the ball game. So he's getting loose for the second time.
Tepera pitched 2 innings of scoreless ball on Friday night. The Mariners 5-2 victory. 1-2 pitch. Here's a drive. Deep left center field. Boom, stick, baby! Tie ball game at 5-5. Nelson Cruz with his 25th home run RBIs. 59 and 60. Right on time.
What you want to see from your slugger late in the ball game. Try to find a pitcher you can hit out of the ballpark. Looks like a cutter, maybe a slider, 92 miles an hour. Schultz have been throwing 97, and this goes above the Jackie Robinson sign into the upper deck.
Serious power. Tie ball game. Here's Cano. RBI day for Nelly. He's got 60 on the season. 407 feet on that blast. And that puts him in the top 10 in RBIs in the American League. Two to Robbie. 3 RBI afternoon. Nelly with 2 hits, 2 for 4.
And with that home run, Mark Lowe starting to get loose in the pen for the Mariners.
And Cano strikes out. 2 away. First strikeout for Schultz.
Let's look at Mark.
Cruz has been a constant with this Mariner ball club. Batting average 300 or better. Entire season. Scooty. Swing and a miss. Today, ground out a walk and fly out 0 for 2.
Pretty good fastball right on the outside corner at 99 miles an hour.
And a strikeout. Good news. Home run by Nelly Cruz, his 25th, 3rd RBI of the day. The boomstick ties it at 5-5 here at Safeco Field. our Bill Kruger. And Bill, you have a special event that's coming up later on here at the ballpark.
Yeah, Dave, we're celebrating our 50th anniversary of Northwest Center, so we're having a big day here at the ballpark. We have a big crowd of folks here, about 800 strong, and had a first pitch, really celebrating what has happened with Northwest Center in our community. You know, 50 years ago, Dave, this was started by mothers that had kids with developmental delays. They had no place to go. They could not go to school. They had no friends. And we've come a long way since then. Northwest Center now has we create jobs for developmentally delayed adults in an inclusive environment. We have 1,000 employees, about half for developmentally delayed. We run a couple of schools, the same thing for special needs and developmentally delayed kids that need help at the early stages. And again, it's all about inclusion. Inclusion is not a compromise, it's a benefit. That's our celebration today.
Bill, God bless. That's wonderful work, and here's to a great event coming up later on. Thanks so much. All the best. Bautista flies out. Center field, one pitch, one out for Mark Lowe, the new pitcher, third of the day for the Mariners.
And for Mark, his 33rd appearance on the year. He's really pitched well, a 1.09 ERA in 33 innings. He has 43 strikeouts. Opponents hitting 240 against Mark. Good fastball. He'll be in the mid-90s with a hard slider and occasional changeup.
He's in the heart of the order here with Encarnacion following Bautista. Edwin Encarnacion, 1 for 2 with a walk today. Encarnacion 2 for 7 against Mark Lowe. Count at 2-0. Aaron Sanchez heating up. Aaron pitched a scoreless inning, 1 hit yesterday. 3-0. Proper game of this series. I mentioned earlier, Mariners, what a stretch against two of the most offensive teams in baseball, Detroit and Toronto. Mariners are 3-3 these last 6 ball games. 3-0 pitch. Nothing close. 1 out, 1 on. We'll bring up former Mariner Justin Smoke. Follow the Mariners wherever you are with MLB.com At Bat, the #1 app for live baseball. At Bat is up to the moment at any moment with in-game highlights, live look-ins, replay reviews, radio broadcast, statcast, and more. Get MLB.com At Bat for your smartphone or tablet.
Mark was really careful with Encarnacion, and I don't blame him late in the ball game. He has 19 home runs on the year.
Foul off by Smoke. Smoke 0 for 7 against Mark. A base hit back in the second inning. Leading off against Taijuan Walker. Scored on a balk, fly to center, and bounced into a double play. Been a great 3 days watching baseball here. Total of 123,514. Safeco Field for this series. Out into Zunino's glove. It's an average of 41,171. Best attended 3-game series here at home this season.
Mark going right at him. A couple of good fastballs. That last one at the top of the strike zone. They're trying to pitch him inside, and first 2 fastballs ran back out over the plate. Going back in there again.
On hold by Zunino.
And you can see why. A really good pitch. You know, from watching Justin over the years, he's a better low ball hitter. You can see him elevating those fastballs at 96.
All 2 strikes. Right, good call. He knew it.
Pretty good slider.
2 away.
After the fastballs, he comes back with a slider on the outside corner.
Two outs with Encarnacion at first for Russell Martin. 3, run scored. Russell doubled to left back in the second inning. Struck out in a 2-2 pitch and struck out in a 2-2 pitch in the 6th looking.
I think it was a good idea that Lowe started him with the slider. He looked as if he was looking for a first pitch fastball middle in. The veteran trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Good slider. Another one.
Two. So he comes back with 0-2 pitch.
And another slider. I think they wanted that pitch off the plate away and ended up leaving it in the middle. It was down, bottom of the strike zone.
To Russell Martin Jr. Outfield deep. Struck him out. Mark Lowe. Fine performance here in the 8th inning. Gives up a walk. No harm done. Mark Trumbo coming up, followed by Chris Taylor and Brad Miller. 5-5 ball game. Bottom 8. Against the Toronto Blue Jays, let's visit our Columbia Bank difference of the game. Take you back to a 1-2 pitch, and Nelson Cruz launches that baby out of here. Upper tank. 3rd RBI of the day, his 25th home run, runs his RBI total to 60, and the ball game is tied. Cannot say enough good things about that guy. Man, has he been a great addition. Aaron Sanchez takes over, 3rd pitcher today for Toronto.
He's hit some clutch home runs this year, too.
Oh,
they're not just early. Aaron Sanchez, this will be his 13th appearance, a 3.49 ERA. 42 strikeouts, 37 walks. So he can get wild. That's over 67 innings. Also giving up 8 home runs this year.
First hit is going to be Mark Trumbo. Popped up, no play. Sanchez pitched a scoreless 8th inning. Toronto's 8-6 victory yesterday. .86 miles an hour off the plate, 1-1. Mariners won the first game 5-2. Mark Trumbo, big 4th inning. 2-run homer put the Mariners ahead. Trumbo, Chris Taylor, Brad Miller here in the 8th. 2-1 pitch. 2-2 to mark. Bottom of the seventh. Angels playing at home. They lead Texas 8-4. Oakland trailing at San Francisco 4-3. Houston's already lost 5-1 at Kansas City. 2-2 pitch. It's 3 consecutive strikeouts by Toronto pitching now. Second K today of Mark Trumbo. Support those who protect our West. Now until August 31st, a portion of every purchase of Coors Banquet will be donated to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Learn more about the foundation and the Protect Our West program at wffoundation.org. One to Chris Taylor.
And so far, Sanchez going right after the Mariners with a good fastball. The last one at 97. Pilar, the center fielder, shading towards right center, big gap in left center field.
Crowd here, 35,159. Averaging a little bit over 41,000 per game this weekend set. 2-0. 2-0. Two balls, 2 strikes. Taylor battling Sanchez, who just turned 23 at the beginning of this month, and he paints right there. Strike 3 call. 4 consecutive strikeouts by Toronto pitching.
And so far for Sanchez, it's been nothing but fastballs. He has a good one today. He's topped out at 97, and this is 97 miles an hour right down the middle of the plate. If Brad Miller can add to his day, he's 2 for 3, scored a run.
Broad stroke right down the middle of the plate. Yikes. Fly ball left field for Carrera. Easy inning for Sanchez. Mariners go 1-2-3 in the 8th. 9th inning. Coming up, bottom third of the order against Mark Lowe. Ezekiel Carrera, who just made the last out, lead it off. Sports being brought to you by CenturyLink. Your link to what's next. By Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more in car insurance. By Jack in the Box, if the Mariners win, mention Mariners for a free jumbo jack with purchase tomorrow at Jack in the Box. And by Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. Capitol Hill block party from last night. It'll continue on today. 5-5 ball game, top 9. Mark Lowe. Strong 8th inning, gave up a walk, pitched around Encarnacion, and then struck out Smoking Martin. There's Carrera. Homer leading off the 7th. Way late.
Nobody getting loose in the Mariners pen.
Carrera's home run, 7th inning. Made it a 5-3 ball game before Cruz tied it with a 2-run shot in the bottom of that inning. Breaking ball in there for strike.
Mark has had a good slider today.
One-two pitch outside. Carrera, Pilar, and Goins. Here in the top of the 9th.
Last pitch, his best fastball, 97 miles an hour.
Strike 3 call. 3 consecutive strikeouts from Mark Lowe.
Well, it's next to impossible to hit this pitch. It's going to start inside at 97 miles an hour, runs right back to the inside corner. A little bit of a hesitation as a hitter. You flinch a little bit, and you're done at 97. Good pitch, well located from Mark.
Pilar 1 for 3. Jackson coming in, makes the play. Five ball game out in the pen. Roberto Osuna, and Ryan Tepera. And the homestand will continue with the Arizona Diamondbacks coming to town. CenturyLink, what's next? Robbie Ray against Mike Montgomery. Zach Godley against Sashi Iwakuma. And Patrick Corbin against Felix Hernandez. Wednesday, 12:40, first pitch. Good little second baseman right here. He's pinch hitting on Travis. Didn't see him when we were in Toronto. He's been impressive in the first 2 ball games. Went 2 for 3 in last night's game. 1 for 3 on Friday. Pinch hitting for Ryan Goins. Punches it the other way. Base hit.
He's the first hitter from Toronto that's been able to stay on the slider of Mark Lowe. He's out in front of it a little bit. Keeps his hands back just long enough and punches it out into right field.
Travis 3 out of 4 in base stealing. He's got good speed. Plus speed here in the person of Jose Reyes. Their leadoff man has walked twice. 0 for 2 with a strikeout.
And Reyes is the critical hitter. You have Donaldson waiting on deck. Donaldson leading the league in RBIs.
Reyes 1 for 1 against Mark Lowe. There's Donaldson. He's on deck. 2 outs and men aboard. Pitch 1-1.
He's looking for the fastball, 88-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Good pitch from Mark, down out of the strike zone.
Bouncing ball finds its way through a hole in the right field. Travis will get the third. Now they bring up the RBI leader in the American League, and Josh Donaldson.
He gets the ground ball, doesn't hit it hard. Unfortunately, it finds a hole on the right side. See the effort by Chris Taylor.
Donaldson 0 for 2 against Mark Lowe. Mark needs a punch out big right here.
Blue Jays are 1 for 4 with runners in scoring position this afternoon.
Power on power here. Strike 1 to Donaldson. Homered in the first inning. Sack fly in the second. Struck out in the fifth. Flied out to right in the seventh. The 0-1. Number hit right to Trumbo to the bag, inning over. Great pitch by Mark Lowe, and a chance for the Mariners to win it in the ninth. Mike Zunino, couple of hits today. Austin Jackson, few hits today, and same for Kyle Seager. All three guys hot. Let's see what happens in the ninth.
Let's look ahead to what's coming your way on Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. We'll hear from that man, the skipper Lloyd McClendon. Take you into the clubhouse, get some reaction from there as well. We'll have Bill's keys to the games, and we will hear from one Hall of Famer by the name of Randy Johnson, the big unit. And guys, to paraphrase one of the things Randy said today, the fastball's gone, the mullet's gone, and the scowl is gone as well, but he is in where he belongs, in Cooperstown. Upstairs we go.
So true, Tom. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Randy Johnson, big part of the successes in 1995 and 97. And congratulations to he and Craig Biggio, John Smoltz and Pedro Martinez, Tom Cage, Dick Enberg, all going into the Hall of Fame this weekend. Chance to get something done against Ryan Tepera. Here's Mike Zunino. Mariners, 3 scheduled hitters come up, all having banged out 2 hits today. Zunino just missed a 2-run homer. Back in the 6th, Carrera robbed him. Up the middle, a 3-hit day for Mike Zunino. A winning run's aboard.
And smart hitting. Misses with the first pitch. Knows he's going to get a fastball. Tepera has a good one. Fastball down in the middle of the zone. Great job staying inside of it, not trying to do too much, and hits it hard back up the middle.
Boy, he's got a right to field great. 3-hit day. 3 for 4. Austin Jackson, he's had 2 hits today, 1 a home run.
Donaldson getting in really close at third. Bunt situation. He's going to have to bunt it towards the first baseman, Smoke. I'll tell you, after seeing Burley and his 84, 85 mile an hour fastball, every guy they brought out of the pen, the Blue Jays have brought out of throwing 96 miles an hour.
There's a strike.
Schultz, Sanchez, and now Tepera, all of them throwing hard.
Mike Zunino had a 3-hit day, first since May 12th against San Diego. Jackson homered in the first, RBI single in the third, double play in the fourth, fly to right in the seventh. All 2 strikes.
I'll come out a little bit right there. That pitch was off the plate away. Two strikes. We'll see how Lloyd wants to play it. Most of the time he will take the bunt off. Donaldson moves back. He's back even with the bag at third.
1-2 to Austin Jackson. High fly ball, short left field. Coming in is Carrera. And there's one out. Kyle Seager, 2-hit day. A run scored. 2 for 3. Bounce into a double play and walked. Cruz tied it in the 7th. The 2-run homer. His 25th 3 RBI day for Nelly. He's on deck. Ball 1 to Kyle. Seager 0 for 2 against Tepera. Pitch. Good count for Kyle at 2-0.
The situation, Kyle ahead in the count, probably going to look for a fastball that's middle to middle away. That's typically late in the ball game. That's where they're going to try to go.
Pitch. They get 3-0.
Off the plate away.
Cruz awaits.
It was to the point where Kyle, Seager, Nelson, Cruz, they always have the green light if they want to swing 3-0. Joe Beinel ready to go in the pen.
Here's a 3-0 to Seager. Takes a strike, 3-1. McClendon's bunch battled back to get this game tied in the 7th, and now time is called. Zunino a leadoff single. Jackson couldn't get the bunt down, flied out to left. Zunino not much of a lead. Back safely. Angels lead Texas 11-4, bottom of the 8th in Anaheim. Comes a 3-1 pitch. 3-2.
I think he came back with a cut fastball. Take a look at Kyle. In our Alaska Airlines Supermos, he swings right over the top of it. I think that was a cut fastball.
Payoff pitch here to Seager. Fouled off.
Zunino was on the move. Situation, Lloyd McClain is not looking for him to steal a base. He's trying to stay out of the double play if Kyle hits a ground ball.
Burr is ready. 3-2. Seager. Out back as Zunino was moving again. Interval training for Mr. Zunino. Three-two pitch to Kyle again. High ball center field. Lars under. Two outs. A chance for Nelson Cruz to be a Sunday hero. They had done it once earlier this year against Texas, and how about this last at-bat on a 1-2 pitch, upper deck, he knew it.
Clutch home run from Cruz, that coming in the 7th inning, that tied up the ball game for Nelson Cruz, his 25th home run, now has 60 RBIs.
1-2, took that 0 for 1 against Ryan Tapero. 2-hit day, 3 runs batted in. Outfield deep. Nice stop by Russell Martin. 1-1. Mariners trying to win it here in the 9th inning. 5 runs, 12 hits, 1 error for the Mariners. 5 runs, 9 hits, and an error for Toronto. 1-0 to Nelly. Another good save by Martin. 2-0.
So far, the first 2 pitches aren't even close to the plate. Cano waiting on deck. He's 1 for 4 this afternoon. Been a hot hitter for the Mariners.
Seager, Cruz, and Cano, and Zunino all extended hitting streaks today. 2-0 pitch to Cruz. Home plate umpire Chad Fairchild said he went on a swing. Looked like he checked the swing.
He certainly thought that he did. We'll take a look at it. I think you have to get some help on that.
Chad saying he did go, but he said, hey, get some help.
Yep.
Sam Holbrook at first, 2-1.
Yeah, borderline pitch. So Nelson went from being ahead in the count 2-0. Now it's all evened up at 2-2. 97 miles an hour.
Two and two. All right, now he's just trying to compose himself. 2-2 to Nelson Cruz. Up the middle, Reyes takes it to the bag. Extra innings coming up. 5-5 ball game. all season long. Jack Link's Beef Jerky. Feed your wild side. Luke's been covering this for about an hour or so. Let's summarize how we got to this point. We'll pick it up in the 3rd inning. And that brings us to Austin Jackson, delivering a base hit up the middle. That'll score a run. And then here's Cruz on a 2-strike offering. Good job of hitting. He brings in Zunino. Times to score at 7. How about Carrera yesterday? Tied to score up against Rodney. Made a great catch right before he hit that home run. And that put Toronto up a run. And then a 2-run shot by Nelson Cruz, bottom 7, tied it, and that's where we are right now. Carrera put him up by 2 and tied it up. Done by Nelson Cruz. Here's Joe Bible.
This will be his 31st appearance. ERA right at 3. In 30 innings, he has 17 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .255. He's given up 3 home runs this year. Maybe we'll get the middle of the lineup. It'll be Bautista, Encarnacion, and Smoke due up. 13th extra inning game for the Mariners.
Mariners 6-6. Toronto 3-4.
They lead the American League in the extra innings.
That's a lot of ball games going extra frames. Bautista leads off. Bautista 1 for 3 against Joe. Bautista averages 92.5 miles an hour per swing. That's the 17th hardest swing, or fastest swing in the major leagues. Two and one. Three balls, 1 strike. Blue Jays will go home and play Philly and Kansas City. After they leave here, they'll have a day off tomorrow. 3-1 pitch. Almost hit some of the girders up in the roof.
If there was ever a chance that one would, that one had a chance. Really close. He is not up there looking to hit a single, I can tell you that.
Three-two pitch. His intentions are well known. Mariners have won their last 2 extra inning games. Thursday at Detroit 3-2-12, and July 7th against Detroit here 7-6-11. Two from Beimel. Left field, hit well, caught. Franklin Gutierrez running it down.
We'll take a look at Franklin as he concentrates on this line drive. Joe Beimel able to get that fastball just far enough away from Bautista. It was a couple inches off the plate away.
Not out of danger yet. Here's Encarnacion. Breaking ball for a strike. He's 1 for 1 against Beimel.
Chris Colabello has come out on deck. He'll pinch hit for Smoke.
Foul ball. Calabello really swung the bat well against the Mariners this season. It's 0-2. Osuna up again. That's Aaron Luke, the left-hander. It is. One and two. Struck him out. Great pitch by Joe B. 2 outs.
And again, off the plate away. Like a changeup. Yeah, it was a changeup out in front of it.
Got a dangerous hitter here in Chris Calabello. Walk-off homer 2 years ago as a Minnesota Twin in the 13th with a 2-run homer. And this year he's 7 for 15, 2 homers and 5 runs batted in against the Mariners. Joe's got to be on top of his game here. Strike one. Pinch hitting for Justin Smoke. Breaking ball misses 1-1. Five ball game, top 10. Mariners about to hit Toronto 12-9. Mariners have stranded 7 base runners, 6 left on base by Toronto. Two and one.
So far in this inning, Joe has been very careful trying to keep the ball down and away from all these right-handed hitters.
Paints the corner, gets a strike on the outside at 2-2. Robbie Cano will lead off in the home 10th. He's DHing today. Bellum bounced around independent ball for a while before signing with the Twins in February of 2012. Picked up on waivers in December by the Blue Jays. The pitch outside, 3-2.
Joe took a little bit off the two-seam fastball, trying to get it to move a little bit more. Well off the plate away. Russell Martin waiting on deck.
Two outs, nobody on. 5-5 ball game, top 10. 3-2 pitch. Trumbo taking a look. Almost came back to him. Just out of his reach.
Fernando Rodney getting loose in the pen. talked about a limited bullpen for Lloyd McClendon as Rodney starts to get loose.
3-2 pitch here to Colabello. Long run, Trumbo and Taylor. Nothing.
We'll take a look at Chris Taylor, Trumbo. Hit his knees right at the top of that wall.
Yikes. It's not good. Eighth pitch coming up. On ball to Miller. Throws him out. Bottom 10. Robinson Cano. Franklin Gutierrez. And Mark Trumbo. Hopefully that sounds like a run coming up here in the home 10th. Five ball game. We revisit the Mariners starter who went 6, Taijuan Walker.
6 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs. Only 3 of them were earned. He did walk 3 batters through 101 pitches. 57 strikes for Walker. Second inning hurt him. That's when he gave up the 3 runs. And Aaron Loup is going to take over, and he has pitched a lot for the Blue Jays. You can see 44 appearances, ERA just under 5, 38 strikeouts, 6 walks, and 34 and a third. Opponent sitting 257. He has given up 5 home runs.
Top of the 9th, Angels lead Texas 13-6. Mike Trout 4 for 4, 2 home runs, 5 runs batted in, 3 runs scored. He's got 31 bombs on the season.
Good numbers against Loup for Cano. 308 average.
Cano to lead it off. Cross firing left-hander. Cano 4 for 13 against Loup. Robbie today is lined out to right, got an infield hit, popped out to short, and struck out.
Fernando Rodney continues to throw in the Mariner pen. Nobody getting loose in the pen for the Blue Jays. You look at Rodney.
Two north. No, Goody and Trumbo here in the 10th. Mark Burley started a long time ago for Toronto. 5 2/3, 10 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. 2-1. 2-2 to Robin. Well, Scribber base hit, third inning, extended his hitting streak to 7 ball games. Longest streak in the Mariner Ball Club right now. Hit the umpire, Jim Joyce, who was already limping. Foul ball.
I think that, I'm not sure that was foul.
We'll take a look at it. That's Greg Gibson coming over.
Well, we noticed that Jim was limping earlier.
Yep.
We'll take a look at it. See if this goes over the bag.
When it ate him up.
It did. Landed in foul territory, but again, it just has to go over the corner of the bag.
And the right calf. Assistant head athletic trainer Rob Nodine of the Mariners out to attend to him.
No, that looks like as if it was foul.
Yeah, we saw Jimmy limping earlier.
Yes.
When Donaldson had to make a pop up, catching a pop. One of the really revered umpires in the game, Jim Joyce. He's going to take a blow. It's a getaway day. Shut it down.
And he wants to try to walk it off. That's it.
Smart move.
Yeah, I agree.
Wants to finish the season. No sense aggravating it. Get some treatment. Nice round of applause. One of the really good guys, Jim Joyce. Jim's 59 out of Toledo, Ohio, with the Bowling Green State. Second base umpire Greg Gibson went down to check. And he said, look, he said foul ball.
He did. No, he did.
Yeah.
I think he went down to check with Jim Joyce to make sure that the ball was foul, and it looked as if that's what he said when he came back up, and now they're talking about it.
Lloyd had a pretty good angle from his vantage point.
Yeah, and again, it just has to go over the corner of the bag. It doesn't matter that it bounced foul once it gets past the base. And we talked about it. Lloyd wants to win this game right here. His bullpen is had enough. Beimel, he wanted to stay away from Beimel. Joe was able to give him a strong inning. And we showed Rodney getting loose.
Talking to Greg Gibson. What's fighting for his ball club? Any edge he can get, any advantage he can get.
And he also knows again that he's really short on pitching. The bullpen has had to work a lot.
Insufficient camera coverage, so that's not reviewable. That applies to all ballparks. So It's not the first time these guys have worked a three-man crew. And Gibson and Holbrook will have the lines. So Fairchild stays at home plate, obviously. There'll be a lot more rotation here now. Could make for some interesting situations. 2-2, fouled off. It's a long break for Robbie and for Aaron Luke.
There's at the right-hander, Liam Hendricks getting loose in the pen for Toronto.
Hendricks 2 innings of shutout ball last night. Here's a 2-2 to Cano. Full count. Franklin Gutierrez on deck. Three-two to Robbie. Bouncing ball goes for Travis. And Travis throws him out. Brings up Franklin Gutierrez. This time Goody will be facing Aaron Luke. Ahead quickly.
Pretty good changeup from Franklin Gutierrez. He took the first pitch fastball at 94. That changeup 84 miles an hour.
Goody hitting .321 against lefties. High drive, deep left center field. Keep carrying, baby, keep carrying. Ball game. Goody, hero for the second time this week. The Mariners walk this baby off. 6-5 Seattle. They take the series 2-1. Goody, Goody, Goody.
On an 0-2 pitch, he gets a fastball, and what a mistake by Aaron Luke. But Franklin Gutierrez just getting mobbed. And I'll tell you what, he had to hit that over 400 feet away.
This ball got torched. And Brett Adam got the ball. Attaboy, Brett.
I didn't catch it, though,
I
Dave.
know you didn't catch it.
Bill must have caught it for you, Brad.
Ricochet played it off the backdrop. You see the black mark here right off the batter's eye, guys.
Attaboy. You got to give that to Goody, man.
Wow.
You got to give that to Goody.
Everybody, I can't hardly hear you. Everybody wants the ball, but I got to keep it, right? I'm keeping this thing.
Give it to Goody.
Take a look at it. 0-2, and he throws him a fastball right down the middle above the belt. You can see it on the EQC tracer, and Franklin Gutierrez hammers this ball. It is well past the fence. That is a long home run.
That is
we'll take a look if it clears all the people. And
bounce.
It does. Wow.
Look at that bounce. Super Bowl bounce. Let's go down to Jen Mueller right now, standing by as we go to our Mariners postgame presented by Delta Airlines. Starts right now. Goody just got showered. He's going to step back in a minute. It's cold. Jen, it's all yours.
It is a little cold. You're going to have to give Franklin Gutierrez just a second on this one. Maybe 2 seconds on that one, but I think it was well worth it after that home run. And it's the bubble gum. That one's for the kids in the house. Hey, Goody, what did you see on the first couple pitches of that at-bat before the home run?
Well, he threw me a fastball, and then he threw me a changeup. And, you know, with 2 strikes, I just had a bottle in, and he threw me a fastball again, and I just hit it good.
How much are you feeling pressure in that situation, knowing that it's extra innings, short bullpen, and the game on the line?
Well, I mean, we need to do whatever we can when the game goes on extra innings. And in that moment, we just had to, get somebody on base. And I'm really glad that I hit the ball really good.
To the deepest part of the park, but you had to know it was gone off the bat.
Yeah, I knew I hit it good, but you never know in this ballpark. So, like I say, I'm really glad that, we won the game.
So which celebration was better, after the walk-off grand slam last week or after this one?
Well, I think this is my first time that I hit a walk-off homer, so I don't know. I think both are pretty good.
And certainly in front of the home fans makes it even better. I'm guessing that the celebration continues inside. Why don't you get to that one? We'll get it out to Brad and Bill.
Jen, all right, thank you. A very wet and doused Mr. Gutierrez. Jen avoids the Gatorade and the bubble gum, courtesy of Nelson Cruz. And here it is. And I tell you what, everybody's staying out here, Bill, and for the first time, I have a lot of power out here.
Yes.
I've got a lot of friends right now. And if you're Blue Jays fans, are they serious?
No chance.
There's not a chance. Everybody wanted the home run ball from Goody, his first career walk-off. Maybe Goody.
I think it's Goody.
Deserved the ball.
Let's
back.
get it to him.
Yeah, we'll leave it out here for the post-game show. Jays fans, just keep walking out because there's no chance you're getting this one. Post-game, my goodness, continues here on Root Sports. And here's how we got it done. The Mariners got it done. Franklin Gutierrez, what another dramatic home run for this guy.
What a story. Unbelievable. The game-winning grand slam, what ended up being the game-winning grand slam in Detroit, and then this blow. This guy was effectively out of the game 2 years ago. This is incredible. And he's earned it. He's had to work hard to get back, Brad.
There it is. Fastball up. Goody does not miss. 6-5, the Mariners take it. They also win the series in a game that they really needed to have, Bill.
I'll tell you, that is a home run anywhere. Roof open or closed, that's way back there.
Bullpen celebration, got the big bounce off the concrete, up to the batter's eye, then it lands on our set. So we're able to play it off the ricochet. Actually, Chance, our man out here, handed it to me, so nicely done there.
I was going to tell everybody that you had such soft hands to make that play off the bounce.
Just cradled it in. Goody fired up, ready for the celebration. Take the pounding, Goody. You deserve it, my man. Nelson, first one to meet him. Oh, it's going to be a fun clubhouse. We'll go inside, hear from the skipper, hear from the guys as well. A big win over the Jays and all their fans. 6-5, the Mariners take it. Mariners postgame continues, presented by Delta Airlines.